Hey everyone, I hope you've been enjoying Dragon Quest Day. I just want to go over some details that I found out, tying Dragon Quest XII not only to the Zenithian Trilogy in ways, but definitely tying it in to both Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest IX, along with the proof to back it up. If you're a fan of Dragon Quest content like top 10 videos, reviews, guides, news, all that good stuff, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. You can also hype the video if you want to help out, or if you want to help the channel financially, be sure to join the channel and become a Dragon Warrior today. Now let's get into it. So I said before any Dragon Quest XII trailers or anything like that came out that I wanted Dragon Quest XII to do for the Zenithian Trilogy what Dragon Quest XI did for the Erdrick Trilogy. But it appears as if we're getting so much more than that, because this seems to be tying the Zenithian Trilogy to the Celestian duology. And as we go through this, I'll be showing proof. I'll be going from the things that have the least amount of proof to the most amount of proof. So the first thing I want to talk about is how part of this game may take place in or allude to the world of Erdria or Horland from Dragon Quests 1 to 3 and 11. So the only real connections here would be the armor. The armor that the hero is wearing, or I should say the human hero is wearing from the waist down, is the same armor that the hero of Alefgard wears in Dragon Quest 1. You can see him in this ending cutscene to Dragon Quest XI. It shows him wearing this exact armor. If you look at the armor of the human hero in Dragon Quest XII, it is very similar from the waist down. Is this remnants perhaps of an armor that was left behind in days gone by, or is the hero imagining himself as a hero from days gone by? We'll get into that in a moment as well. Next up, I talked about in my previous video how I believed that the Dragonkin or Lizard Man or Dragon Man, whatever you want to call him, is the dream version of the human hero. In fact, it is the opposite, and we will get into how I know this in a moment. But yes, much like how Ashlyn in the real world is a dragon who is dreaming they are a woman in Dragon Quest VI, the Dragonkin in Dragon Quest XII is dreaming he is a human hero. The Dragonkin is the one who is the hero, whereas the human hero is actually him in the dream world. Now, the way to prove this is the same way I'm going to prove the connections to Dragon Quest IX and 10. I'm going to start from small to big here. On the title card, you see a tower in the background. Yes, I mentioned before, this could be the tower to Zenithia or the Cloudgate Citadel from the HD2D remakes of the Erdrick Trilogy and Dragon Quest VI. But if you look a little closer, it looks more like the observatory from Dragon Quest IX. That's right, Dragon Quest XII is going to be bridging or taking place in the world of Zenith, which is the world of Dragon Quest IX, and a place you also go to later on in Dragon Quest X, in Dragon Quest X version 7. The observatory is essentially equivalent to Zenithia as well as the Cloud's Gate Citadel. So this is connecting kind of all three sagas of the Dragon Quest series. Like I said, I'm going to get to the more strong connections in a moment, but the main connection, of course, is that there is a real world and a dream world, and of course, something like a Cloud's Gate Citadel or the observatory from both the Zenithian Trilogy, now the HD2D remakes of the Erdrick Trilogy, and of course, the observatory being from Dragon Quest IX. Alright, now that the smaller stuff's out of the way, let's get to the icon on the hero from Dragon Quest XII's belt. The icon matches up with the insignia that the Dragonkin in Dragon Quest X put on all their banners. So if you go to like the head honcho's temple in the Dragon Realm in Dragon Quest X, that is pretty much the exact same symbol that they use on all their banners in the Dragon Realm, kind of proving that it is the Dragonkin who is the real person and the human hero is the dream. But let's get into even more proof of that right now as we roll into the big stuff. This is pretty much undeniable proof that Dragon Quest XII will take place in the world of Dragon Quest IX and part of the world of Dragon Quest X. I'm just going to say it right now, nuclear spoiler warnings for Dragon Quest X version 7. If you want to enjoy all of Dragon Quest X, be sure to check out my guide on how to play it in English for free. But besides that, this is huge spoilers for Dragon Quest X, so be warned. If you're enjoying this video and you want more Dragon Quest content like top 10 videos, reviews, guides, news, and all that stuff, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. You can also hype the video to help out, and if you want to help out the channel financially, be sure to join the channel and become a Dragon Warrior today. Alright, let's get into the spoilers and the definitive proof that Dragon Quest XII takes place in the same world as Dragon Quest IX and 10. So this definitive proof is actually shown right at the beginning of the Dragon Quest XII trailer. First things first, I need to clarify that Dragon Quest X takes place 10,000 years after Dragon Quest IX on the same world. Not the entirety of it, but version 7 of it. You end up going to the world of Dragon Quest IX. So with that out of the way, does this place seem a little familiar to you? How about now? And how about now? That's right. It is very, very likely that this is Stornway from Dragon Quest IX and Amarak, which is what Stornway used to be in Dragon Quest X. Now, maybe you're thinking right now, come on, Dookie, that could be any castle. All castles in JRPGs can look the same. So now I'm going to show you the absolute definitive proof here in one more location that you should find quite familiar. Take a look at this location right here. Does this look familiar to you? How about now? And I wonder what this would look like 10,000 years in the future. That's right. This is Angel Falls. It is undeniably Angel Falls. You can see the top of the gate poking over the hill there. You can see what's left of the church to the left. You can see what's left of the watermill house to the right. Most importantly, the waterfall in the background and what's left of the Guardian statue. Now let's take a look at that exact same shot in the Dragon Quest XII trailer. Everything matches up here. You might even be able to make out a bit of a Guardian statue there. I'm not sure if that's the Guardian statue or just a mountainside. Guardian statue may not exist yet, as this seems to take place before Dragon Quest IX. And the way we know the Dragonkin is the hero in the real world is because you can barely make it out, but you can see the top of his boat here in Angel Falls. It's the exact same boat that he has next to him while he's kind of like lounging in the grass right by the waterfall. Angel Falls is obviously a part of the real world, so that proves that the Dragonkin is the hero in the real world. Dragon Quest XII takes place in the exact same world as Dragon Quest IX and in the world you go to in Dragon Quest X version 7. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think of this? This is pretty exciting. This is incredible. Please share this video around. I put a lot of work into this. Also, shout out to Excellent Excels. He's got a YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to him as well. He was a big part of putting this all together. You can follow him here on YouTube. He also streams on Twitch and is on Twitter as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope you guys got something from this. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it around, hype it, and I'll see you in the next one.